Coming to you from the Deep South, this is the Blue Collar Leadership Podcast. High impact leadership is not reserved for leaders, and it has nothing to do with your position, title, or rank. However, it does have everything to do with your character. It's time to climb to the next level and beyond, personally and professionally. Now, let's start making it happen with your host, Mac Story.
All right, let's knock out part 6 today of managing people versus leading people and different aspects related to the mindset of leaders versus managers. So today the focus is going to be on decision making, how managers view it, how leaders view it. So managers of people, they want to make decisions for the people. They think that's their job. And for them, it is their job because they're choosing to be managers of people. So they do all the deciding and they do the decision making for the people. Basically, tell them what to do, dictate to them, direct, that sort of stuff. They don't welcome the input of others. And they don't ask many questions, but they do prefer to give answers. So if you ask a manager of people a question, you're likely to get an answer. And that may seem like a good thing, but high impact leadership is about helping others come up with their own answer, helping them to think at a different level. And you don't do that by giving someone the answer. But managers of people, if they're asking questions, it's purely so that they can get the information they need to make a decision. They're not asking questions in an effort to grow and develop their team. And again, that's the mindset of a manager of people relative to decision making. So leaders of people, they want to facilitate decision making by the people on their team. Remember, manager wants to make the decisions. Leaders of people want to facilitate decision making by others. And leaders welcome input from others. They value the opinions and ideas of others. Leaders ask many questions. Again, in an effort to facilitate decision making, because they want to help others find their own answers. And there's nothing that separates the manager from the leader in this area more than what their goal is. Remember, the manager's goal is to get information to make a decision. The leader's goal is to facilitate decision making by other people. The difference is day and night. The results between these two types of people who are in leadership positions is also day and night. So a high impact leader leads by not only asking questions, but also by expecting to be questioned, which clearly communicates pride and ego are not an issue for high impact leaders. They want to be questioned. They communicate to their team, question me. If you're not sure, question me, because you may know something I don't know, or I may know something that you don't know. High impact leaders realize it's okay to be questioned. It's not a threat to them. Anybody can ask them a question. It seems silly for me to even have to talk about this, but I've been out in the real world quite a lot, and I know there are some insecure managers of people. That's what makes them managers of people. They're insecure. It's not the only thing, but it's one thing. So a high impact leader highlights the importance of teamwork and shared results. They know they don't know it all. Managers, they want to put up this fake front that they know it all. They have all the answers. Again, that's why they're asking questions, so they can give the answer. High impact leaders know they don't know it all, and they don't expect others to know it all. But they do respect the opinions and the ideas of those closest to the work. Managers of people think the people out on the front line don't know what's going on. Leaders of people know the people out on the front line know the most about what's going on. And there's a great quote by John Wooden, and John said, It's what you learn after you know it all that counts. And that's pretty powerful. It's what you learn after you know it all that counts. And what he's talking about is leaders of people having humility. Their goal is continuous growth, never-ending growth, again, with the intention of growing and developing others. So as you think about this today, again, think about it professionally, think about it personally. If you're a parent, is your goal to make all the decisions for your children? If so, one day you're going to be asking, why won't they think for themselves? That question or that statement right there is made by a parent who is a manager of their children, manager of people. Children are people too, right? So that's a statement made by parents who manage their children. I don't know why they won't think for themselves. I do. It's because they haven't been led well. That's some more leadership truth for the parents out there. If your children won't think for themselves, go look in the mirror and figure out, what have I done wrong? Why have I not led them in a way that causes them to make decisions and to think? Maybe I haven't been asking thought-provoking questions. But again, this applies at home and it applies at work. If you lead a team, you may be thinking the same thing. How do I get these people to think for themselves? Here's some leadership truth. Stop giving the people the answers. You may say, well, they're asking me questions. I got to give them answers. Oh, no, you don't. You can ask them a question that will help lead them to the answer. When you're helping lead them to the answer, you're helping them think. That's what the point of the question is. Absolutely, it's going to slow you down as a parent or as someone who has people reporting to them, asking questions. When you know the answer, it's going to slow you down. Short term, not long term. Remember back in the first session that I did talking about vision. Managers of people think short term. Leaders of people think long term. And this is a perfect example of how these different traits blend together. Because, see, a manager of people is thinking short term. They don't have time to grow and develop and think and help the other people think. They got to give them the answer right quick because they're busy managing everything. So they got to get back to managing. But a leader understands long term and thinks long term and says, I'm going to develop this person, help them learn how to think at a higher level so they don't have to ask me as many questions. That's going to free up my time to do more leading. So think about that today. Where are you when it comes to decision making as a parent or as a leader or manager of people? Why do you do what you do? Do you think it's your role to make decisions? Or do you think your role is to facilitate decision making? So that was a short, simple lesson. Again, this series is all about mindset. Your mindset is going to determine how much influence you have. Influence, again, is leadership. Leadership is influence. Who you are on the inside and how you think about what's going on the outside is going to determine how quickly you climb to the next level and beyond, where you go as a leader and who you're able to take with you and how many people you're able to lift up and take to the next level and beyond. Because for high impact leaders, it ain't about us, but it starts with us. So next time we're going to be talking about the energy source. The energy source for a manager compared to the energy source of a leader. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you next time.
Make it happen or someone else will. It might as well be you. Are you serious about taking your career and your life to the next level and beyond? Check out Mac Story's Blue Collar Leadership series books and others, now available on audio, along with paperback and ebooks at Amazon, iTunes, and Audible. Please visit bluecollarleadership.com to learn about Mac's books, programs, special offers, certifications, and more. Thank you for listening to the Blue Collar Leadership Podcast.